Hello and welcome to this course on SQL Server functions for manipulating data. My name is Ana Voicu and I will guide you on your path to learning how to make use of the most important functions for data manipulation. Using the built-in capabilities of SQL Server proves to be a lot more useful in terms of efficiency and performance than writing complex code from scratch. You can use these functions for processing and transforming data to get the results you want. Depending on the type of data you want to manipulate, you can use a different set of functions. We will discuss the most commonly used ones in this course. First, you will learn what are the most important data types you can use. Then, you will take a more in-depth look at the functions for each category: date and time, character, and functions working with numeric data. So let's get started. In a database system, each column, local variable, expression, and parameter has a data type. SQL Server provides a set of data types you can use to define exact numerics, approximate numerics, date and time, characters, Unicode strings, binary data, and other types. An exact numeric data type stores the literal representation of the number's value. They are split in whole numbers, small int, tiny int, integer, big int, and decimals, numeric, decimal, money, small money. Integers hold numbers that are whole or without a decimal point. They are some of the most commonly used types because they are efficient from a storage perspective. As a best practice, you should use the smallest data type that can reliably contain all possible values of your data. Decimals are numeric types defined by precision and scale. Precision is an integer representing the total number of digits a number can have. The scale represents the number of decimal digits that will be stored to the right of the decimal point. You should keep in mind that your numeric data will occupy more or less storage on disk depending on the precision you set. The float and real are known as approximate data types. They do not store the exact values specified for numbers. Instead, they store an extremely close approximation of that value. You should use these types carefully and avoid using them in the where clause with an equality operator because you may not get the expected results. For storing date and time information, you can use several types. The difference between them is in regards to the range of possible values and accuracy. Date has the smallest accuracy, while datetime 2 is the most exact. Character types store strings. They vary in length and storage characteristics and are split in ASCII and Unicode types. The ASCII types are char, varchar, text. The Unicode ones are nchar, nvarchar, and text. ASCII and Unicode are standards for representing characters in a computer. ASCII types are used to store strings with English characters. With Unicode types, you can store characters from all languages around the world, like Japanese. SQL Server has other data types that are not included in the previous categories. These are not so commonly used and are outside the scope of this course. If you want to take a more in-depth look at them, take a look at the MSDN documentation, which provides extensive information about each of these types. Now that you've learned which are the most important data types in SQL Server and what purpose each of them serves, let's test your knowledge by answering